they're lying about me again. And I knew that they would when my family started talking to people. I knew that they were going to start lying because they always lie about me. That's why I want to tell my story. That's why I don't want them anywhere near me, because they lie. And they manipulate and they control and they destroy. And now that they're talking, nobody's ever gonna believe me again. Nobody's ever. They've spent my whole life telling me there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not sick. It was only when I got to California that I admitted that I was sick and needed help. My family, they didn't ever want me to get help. I've been on my own for years. And now they're coming out of the woodwork to hurt me because these other people are hurting me. And they know that they'll believe them. They know that anything they say now will be believed by the people that hate me. And my story no longer means anything at all. Because people that hate me are going to be the ones telling it. People that want to make fun of me are going to be the ones telling it. They have no idea what the truth is. I never lied about the fact that I used to cut myself, but I didn't do it for drugs. I did it the same reason I do it now, when I got upset or overwhelmed and I couldn't handle it. I was never on drugs that way. Like, people post in my messages now that I'm just on drugs when all I smoke is marijuana. They'll always accuse me of being on heavy drugs. They won't accept that all I do is smoke marijuana and take the medications my doctor gives me. They can't believe that. And no matter what I do, I can't make them believe that. They're anti-trans, even though there are trans people in our family. Which is, how heartbreaking must that be for our family members to know that Kathy and Sarah are anti-trans and they're on that show saying that my newly transformed husband was disgusting. Kathy's sister married a trans man in the 70s. Do you think, I wonder if she would walk up to that man and tell him today that he looked disgusting. But it's okay to do it to my husband because he's my husband and they don't see it as anything wrong because he's connected to me. It's not right. They're saying that I was screaming and slitting my wrist with their child in the room, and that never even happened. It never happened. I did used to cut myself a lot, but I was always by myself. I never did it in front of somebody to get attention. I did it on my own. When I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. They laugh at me because I've been suicidal since I was a child. So they're saying, see, it's nothing new. She's always been this way. I've always been sad. I've always been miserable. I've always felt like nobody loved me or wanted me. Now, if you had a child or a cousin or a niece who at 7 years old was acting like me, was crying all the time and had severe problems. Wouldn't you want to get them help? When my family saw me like this as a child, they just laughed and turned their backs, the same way these people that are making fun of me do now. They could never accept that there could possibly be anything wrong with me. I was just spoiled and selfish and lazy. As I got older, it got worse because my issues got worse, and my family just kept laughing at me and ignoring it and mocking me. I was sick, and nobody ever cared. I've had so many issues with my mental health that my family completely ignored and pushed aside and belittled. And I've been trying to escape them for so long. And you can't escape abuse. You can't. They will follow me for the rest of my life. And they will push me. And they will make everybody hate me. And I already feel like everybody hates me. Y'all get upset with me because I think you hate me. Well, what do you want from me? That's who I am. Why do you think I have no friends? I can't make friends. I'm scared of people. I get aggressive and angry and fearful that people are going to hurt me because I've only ever been hurt. Now they're telling me even if I give them that $50 back, they're still going to talk about me. My mental breakdown it's a cash cow for them, you know? They're making good money pushing me. And their subscribers are going to keep paying them and telling them, do more. Make her hurt herself. Talk to more family. Get more lies. Be less understanding about the mental health situation that I've been dealing with my entire life. Unless you know what it is to be a medically depressed 7-year-old, you really don't understand what it is to be me. If Kathy wants to talk, why don't you ask her about my father? Why don't you ask her about my little brother and my mother? Ask her if she remembers the day my brother was born. Ask her if she remembers walking into that hospital room and seeing her baby sister beat so bad that she didn't recognize her face. And then ask her why she's lying that ever happened. If she's such a loving woman, how could she ever forget the look on my mother's face after my father beat her so badly that day? Because they lie about it now and they say that he was not abusive and none of it ever happened. If I had ever seen my sister beaten like that, I would never forget it. I'll never forget the screams of my mother. Night after night. Screaming and crying and being beat by my father. She wasn't there. She lived in another state and wasn't around. It didn't matter to her what I was going through. She had a lot going on herself. Her eldest daughter, Angela, emailed me that she had been raped her entire childhood. So if Kathy is such a wonderful mother, why was her daughter being raped? And I can show y'all the email. And I do apologize for thinking that Angela had committed suicide. That's what I had read. I can only go off of what I find secondhand, and I didn't know. But now they're gonna keep pushing me, you know? And it's never gonna end. Y'all open the floodgates for my abusive family to enter my life again, and you don't even realize how cruel that is. I can't continue living knowing that they have access to me now. Y'all gave them access to me. That I've been begging and pleading to just be free of them for so long. Thanks a lot.